And we're back. Right. So, Canada, well, we could have won the race, but then it started raining, and when it came time to pit, yeah, I got held up, even though both the Ferraris and the McLarens were double stacking. So, what could have been a win ended up becoming a third place. And almost didn't even become that because turns out it was raining heavily and we were on intermediate tires. So, yeah, just by the fact that the AI is dumb on this game is the reason why I managed to keep third place. But now we got the last quote-unquote fantasy road course for the season, and this is technically this is actually Circuit of Americas, but retextured, reskinned to make it look like it's in France, which also explains why I renamed it Circuit Jérémie Vauclair instead of Circuit de Nevermind. Of course, by the way, if anyone's asking, no, this guy has no relation to Al Vauclair, the Southern Lights retelling character. But yeah, and now begins the stretch of European races, so let's not waste any more time and let's get on with the show, shall we? Okay, second place. All right, very good. Before we begin, however, I need to do one small thing, and that is to no, fuck. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be good to go. Yes, okay. And yeah, so where were we? Let's check the strategy. Oh, two stopper this time. One on lap 8 and the other on lap 19. Okay, so second place. Let's see what we can do. Alright then. And we're off of Montpellier. And that was a very good launch as we come into turn number 1. And we take the lead. There you go. As Coulthard takes second place. As Hakkinen takes third. So the McLarens overtake the Ferrari into 1 and into the S's. Or fake Maggots and Beckett's. If this was Austin. I mean, it technically is Austin, but again, just for the sake of this video, just pretend this is actually France. But in the meantime, we have taken the lead. There we go. Into the long ass straight. So Hakkinen is in second. There's everything Coulthard. And there we go. Nice. Okay. And now into fake turn 8. Alright then. And are we pulling away from Hakkinen? I want to say yes, but let's see what time says. And it says 1.4 seconds. So I guess we're sort of pulling away. And oh, Villeneuve is in fourth, so Ferraris are not even in the top. So I guess only one Ferrari is in the top 5. Probably you want to say Michael Schumacher, but who knows. And of course that's good news for our championship. Okay, nice. There we go. And, okay, the gap has shrunken up a little bit, but that's because I completely fucked up making the S's. I guess one thing hasn't changed from game to game is the fact that I cannot take the Austin S's, the Austin fake Maggots and Beckett's right. But in any case... Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Nice, there we go. Although I am allowing Hakkinen to catch up. By the way, about the French Grand Prix, I know a lot of people, I mean, okay, I know, I get why you should come back to the calendar, but there's a reason why they won't return to Magny-Cours. In the meantime, Hakkinen fast lap of the race by fucking 6/10. Actually, no, yeah, so yeah, 6/10. But the problem with Magny-Cours is the fact that that track is in the middle of goddamn nowhere. That track was really, really difficult for the teams to get to, and so yeah, I really doubt that if they're gonna bring back the French GP, they're probably not gonna go back to Magny-Cours. Meantime, Hakkinen is coming up. In all fairness, I did like Paul Ricard when it was on the calendar. Now, I know that the races were boring as fuck, except, well, the final one? Except there was but one race that they did that was actually legitimately awesome. I don't remember which one. But I know majority of the races were boring, and of course the color bars they had at the runoff areas were headache inducing. Please tell me that's the fast lap of the race, by the way. And the answer is going to be yes. There we go. At least for now. As Irvine climbed up to 4th. The things they had at the runoff areas were headache inducing, but it's still it was a fun track to drive on the Formula 1 games, so yeah. But I doubt I'll ever go back to Magny-Cours purely because there's the track is very hard to get to. They should 100% bring back the French Grand Prix, but yeah, not a Magny-Cours. And well, honestly, I have no idea. Maybe I don't want to say street course because, of course, you cannot put a street course in Paris because you know, Paris is like one of the most. That would be putting a street course in Paris would be a full-blown nightmare to do, organizational nightmare to do. So, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe, I mean, not a big. It's gotta be. It has to be at a big city, that's for sure. If we want to be a street course, it has to be at a big city. But Paris, of course, is out of the question. I guess Nice, but I don't know. I mean, they could always just go back to Paul Ricard, but yeah, I don't know. There we go. Over at my other channel, I dropped a teaser for the Roar Before FAS, which is the series that I was talking about with the SNL characters, as some other characters as well, that I want to do with this game. And honestly, I have no idea when to start it. Maybe the day after tomorrow, after posting, because I'm definitely not gonna do like 6 videos. Maybe as a maybe after doing the Monaco race for F1 1980, like the day after, and make an alternate series. I mean, alternate series. I mean, yeah. No, are you, son? I say, well, the guy's like almost 60. It should be what, 60 by now. But yeah. Anyway, I was thinking of just doing that as the alternate. That's not a good term. As the series running concurrently to F1 1980, at least until that thing is done. Also, I was recording the Monaco race for the 1980 mod, but I cut it midway through because number one, yeah, Monaco is gonna be a very fucking bad race, and number two, I was legitimately falling asleep when recording that, so I decided to just cut it off and maybe do it after this video is done, and then post both videos, you know, the day after, or I'll just skip. Do the video. Skip today and do that video tomorrow. And right now I'm leaning towards the first one. And also, I was supposed to record post a Grand Racing Redemption Run video, and but I deleted the files by accident. So, whoops. Ooh, in the meantime, somebody DNF'd. I just noticed that one. And speaking of teasers, I might actually do another teaser video, this time for FAS proper, where I do a hot lap of all the tracks on the schedule. Because yes, I've already done the schedule. And let me tell you, it's pretty fucked up. Actually, I have it right now in front of me, and if you're asking, yes, Monaco isn't this thing, unfortunately.
You have a 2-second gap to the car behind. We need to keep it clean so he doesn't get a chance to overtake.
I'm not going to spoil it entirely, but know that yeah, Monaco isn't this thing, as is Silverstone.
Your rear tyres look a little cold. Try to warm them up.
And Monza is also in this thing, as well as.
The pit crew are ready for you for this lap.
Oh, okay. There's no Spa in this thing. Actually, no, never mind. There is Spa. Never mind. So yeah, at least all the classics are still there. So yeah. In the meantime, we have to pit this lap for a first of 2 stops. Yeah, fuck, that was stupid.
We
But
think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
there weren't all that used, but okay, whatever. But yeah, but yeah, the 1980 race in Monaco is gonna be absolute fucking nightmare to do. In the meantime, through turn, fake turn, here we go. I got it. I have to get into the pits. I got it. And into the pits we go. Is somebody else going to follow me? The answer is Hakkinen does. Irvine keeps going. So does Coulthard. Alright, boys, make it quick. Okay, 3.7 seconds. And the Benetons and the McLarens are ready to go. Oh, that's because of Hakkinen. So Jordan is in the pits as well. As through goes Villeneuve.
There's some traffic at the pit exit. Watch out as you rejoin the track. Racing speed. Watch out for those cold tyres.
Alright. Lap 9. We got one more stop to do.
Slower tyre, but you're maintaining the gap to the car ahead, so we're very happy. This is good.
Well, now Wurz is now in 5th. In the meantime, I completely screwed the final corner of the S's. As speaking of 1980, I'm pretty sure there's only what 2 cars that have left to. I think I said this in the previous video, but I think there's only 2 cars that in 1980 that have yet to score a point. Those being Michael Andretti and I guess Derek Warwick, but yeah. Oh shit, okay, that was stupid. Okay, nice.
Okay, times are looking good. You're matching race pace.
On-call tires, but whatever. Okay, they're pitting. Everybody's pitting, including Villeneuve. Come on, come on, come on. And back into the lead we go. Can Mika actually... Yeah, there we go. He's up to second. Right now, that would be 10 points gained on Irvine. So, yeah. Actually, I have no other idea. I have nothing else to say because, I mean, yesterday we talked about the new NASCAR system. Well, returning NASCAR system because they're going back to the chase. But oh yeah, actually, since the internet is full of weird people, what people did on Twitter is that they immediately did a list, at least a guy on Twitter called Daniel Cespedes, did a list of championship for 2001 up until now, and listed who would have won the championship under the new format, this new format. And turns out I can have fast with the race in the meantime. And turns out not much would have changed. Like Tony Stewart would have actually got one title less, but it was still won in 2005 and 2011. Because of course in 2011, as we all know, he was useless the entire season. Then came knocking at the playoffs, and well, he won pretty much because of that. Jimmy Johnson would have still been a 7 times champion. His first title would have been in 2003, however, not in 2006. Although he would have won in 2006. From 2006 up until 2010, it would have still been all his, if I remember correctly from that. If I remember from that list. Jeff Gordon would have still been champion in 2001, also because he was helped by the Yates boys. I mean, in the actual season, he was helped by the Yates boys of Ricky Rod and Dale Jarrett crewing, completely fumbling the ball. Yeah, and Joe Logano would have won 4 titles. One of the biggest complaints about the playoff system is that it favored Joe Logano too much. Right, not favored Joe Logano. Basically, one of the biggest arguments about the playoff is the fact that it essentially rewarded mediocrity, because you could have had the worst season known to man, but all you needed to do was that one RNG win, and you were in the playoffs. And yeah, that was basically that was the main reason why people hated it so much. In fact, just look at Jesse Love. Conor Zilish won 11 races. But he didn't win the championship, and Jesse Love managed to take the one win he had at Daytona, and he carried him to the championship, basically. In the meantime, here's Hakkinen taking the draft, but of course we're going to do a little block on him, and he's going to stay behind. There we go. Sorry, Mika. Rewardability awkwardly, and one could say also that it punished greatness. Because, of course, again, Konrad Zilish should have been the champion under any other circumstances, but because of the playoffs, he wasn't, and he ended up not being one. And Korean came really close, actually. Korean with the Truck Series came really close, actually, not having it. And of course, the whole thing with Denny Hamlin. So, yeah, that was basically the main points of the main argument about playoffs. But even with the playoffs, Logano would have still been a champion. In fact, with that system, he would have been even better than in the playoffs, than in the playoff era, because the guy right now has 3 championships. With that format, he would have had 4, and he would have gotten 3 of them in a row. 2014, 2015, 2016 would have been all his. Other oddballs include that Chase Elliott would have still won in 2020. So I guess one could say that, yeah, sure, the bad format was also partially also to blame for why Harvick, wasn't a championship contender at the end of 2020, but also he didn't exactly make himself make his job any easier with all the wrecks that he had pretty before Martinsville. But although he would have still won 2018, actually, not Logano, Larson would have still won last year in 2025. In fact, Denny Hamlin would have won under any other circumstances, except maybe the Formula 1 point system. But, yeah. But we did 2... Brad Keselowski was still won in 2012. Probably the oddball in all this thing is... Oh, and also Dale Jr. would have gotten a championship in 2006? No. Actually, I don't remember when he would have won the championship. He would have definitely won a championship, but I don't remember when. I think after the DEI era, but I could be mistaken. Actually, I think he would actually win in 04, but I don't remember. And in any case, probably the oddball out of all the situation is Kurt Busch in 2002. Now, I've been told that Kurt had a very crazy good run in the last 10 races in 2002, where he went from 12th to 3rd. However, I guess I can say that he was also helped by literally everybody else hitting trouble. Like, Sterling Marlin crashed out and broke his neck, and he was out for the rest of the season. Mark Martin DNF'd at the worst possible moment twice, by blowing his engine at Kansas, and of course his steering wheel his steering failing at Talladega. And I guess Tony Stewart DNFing at Daytona was enough to completely wreck his season.
The car behind is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
So, yeah, Kurt Busch could actually win a championship 2 years earlier than he did with this format. But so the fact that Johnson would have still come up with 7 titles regardless, it's actually kind of nuts. Oh, and Logano would actually been even better than he actually was. Is also really crazy. Oh, and Martin Truex Jr. would have still won in 2017, but would have won the championship in 2018 as well. So there's that too. Logano would have still won 2022. Then that's all I can remember. Oh, and I said that Larson would have still won in 2025, even with this system. So, yeah. But now let's see what's going to happen this year. There we go. Ooh, Irvine is now up to second. Because I spooked Mika. Okay, lap 19, so in a couple of laps we have to repit again. With 12 laps to go, I actually have to pit. Lap 16. Okay. And we are about to... Nah, that's just a little bit too far away to be lapped, but still. Okay, nice. There we go.
The car behind is only a second down on you. 1 second.
I know. Right then. One thing that I will say about the Formula AS is that while that mod also does the whole the trick of moving tracks in other countries. Ooh, who's that? Hold on a minute, it's my dad. And we're back. Okay. Let's get back to what we were saying. Now, one thing that I want to say about the tracks for Formula ES is that first and foremost, the car set is available on Overtake /Race Department. You can download it. Of course, you have to get F1 2014 by other methods because, of course, the game has been long since delisted. Ever since what? EA bought Codemasters. But the mod that I'm going to use is on Overtake /Race Department. However, the screenshots that the creator uploaded are not updated. On the screenshots, the cars were made with the 2014 Mercedes, to which, let's be real, it was the only car in the 2014 field that actually looked anywhere near good. But if you actually download the mod and install it into the game, you'll find out that he has changed the car models to ones that have the halo. Before the from 2019 up until 2021. Before the pre-2022 cars, basically, with the halo. So, yeah. Also, they're going to look a little bit janky, and you'll see why once I upload the I guess, schedule reveal. In what fucking universe that was corner cutting? In what universe? Oh, they're pitting. Irvine and Akin are pitting, so and of course we're gonna switch it to another lap. And we are going to approach. We're about to approach our first lapped car. Ooh, shite. Alright, nice and easy. Yeah. That's all I want to say. And actually got some other custom car sets. Of course, the one that I'm going to use for the Roar before FAS. Of course, that's one of them. It's like two of them made by the same guy that did the FAS car set. To which only the paint schemes didn't change the driver names. I think I did. I did paint schemes that I think pretty sure. And by the way, he wore the post. He should have also modded the performances, but I didn't mod the names nor the portraits. So yeah.
Pit in this lap. Come into the pit to the end of this lap.
And there was another car set that was also made again by the same guy who did the he did two custom car sets, and I could do series on all three of them. I mean, I'm going to do one now, and the other one I have no idea if I want to make them with the SNL with my characters or make them stand up series like FAS.
Brakes and tyres are at optimal temperature.
Kind of a useless information there, Jeff, considering that I have to replace them. But change them, actually. But in the meantime, Michael Schumacher is in second. We should hopefully have enough of a gap to actually, change the tires to still be in the lead. According to the forecast, that. Okay, nice.
Box, box, box.
Yes, I get it. Into thick turn 8 again. There you go. And into the pits we go. And I got this a lapped car. Alright boys, make it quick.
Complete. Go now.
3.7 seconds. And Irvine, Schumacher's pitting. At least, yeah, that's Schumacher. And we're coming back on the track in first. Right in front of the battle between Irvine and
You have no more scheduled
a McLaren and a Hakkinen.
tyres.
And Hakkinen is in second. But we are in the lead. And now we have to just resist until the final lap. Which is just 9 of them. Yeah, I got all those cars that's ready to go. I also have the 1989 and 1985 cars that's ready to go. Also are going to be the sequels for fake F1 9807 Ultimate Career Mode for this channel, and the sequel of the 1980 mod for the other channel. So, yeah. And, well, I got nothing else to say. Okay. Did I say that I'm probably going to... Yeah, I think I said that. But I'm very likely going to make Eric Chapman the protagonist of the F126 career mode, assuming the DLC can actually allow you to do a career mode with 226 cars, and hopefully Madrid as well. Okay, and I also really have nothing else to say. I mean, I keep saying this and then I find something else to say anyway. But I think this time I've actually run out of personal thoughts. Actually, no. Tomorrow should be the day AlphaTauri showcase their car for this year. And of course, that's probably going to be like the main topic of the video for tomorrow. It's I think it's actually tomorrow. I think. Ooh. 141 flat. Of course, not a fast lap. So yeah, the V-car presentation is very likely going to be the main topic. Ooh. The other day, my mom was watching a show called Tempest. I think it was, yeah, I think called Tempest, and it's a K-drama. For like the past year or so, my mom has been obsessed with K-dramas. My mom and my sister, which is also the main reason why she decided to go to Korea. And basically, this show also involves it's shall we say a political K-drama, which also involves the U.S. And one of the characters is the Secretary of Defense. I actually looked at his face, and in the meantime we go through panels. I looked at his face and went, isn't this the guy that did Sulu in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies? I'm pretty sure that's the guy. So I checked the I asked Mom if she could stop the episode at the credits, but that was useless because all the credits are in Korean. And I'm going to assume even the Michael Schumacher fast lap of the race. The credits were all in Korean, so of course none of us could read it. But I decided to actually just check the cast on the Wikipedia, because yes, the thing is a Wikipedia page, and turns out that yeah, I was right. The Secretary of State of Defense, no, the Secretary of State in that, no, yeah, it's Secretary of State in that show is played by John Cho, aka Sulu in the Abraham Star Trek movies. And of course, the only thing I can think of is the reason why they managed to hire him is because that series was produced by Hulu, which I'm pretty sure is owned by Disney. And of course, since Disney owns Fox, who produced the Abraham Star Trek movies, yeah, that was a no-brainer. Although another character, which was the Secretary of Defense this time, that guy was apparently on The Mentalist, as well as other shows like even The Sopranos. But I want to say as a minor character, but he was in The Mentalist, and also he was in Jericho.
You're coming up on a group of slow-moving cars. Try to pass them quickly.
But yeah. And speaking of K-dramas, there was one called Whom the Phone Rings,
Over the car behind. Come on.
to which my mom has watched like 3-4 times by now, and turns out K-dramas are a big deal in South America, especially Brazil. Because she showed me a TikTok of the final episode of the series of Whom the Phone Rings. They showed the final episode of the show onto a mall in Brazil, and the moment they were to the climax, little mega fucking pop, and I mean Brazil scoring at the World Cup levels of pop. That it was actually nuts. Now, true, that series was also a really good series. It's really well done. But still, that's a really big fucking pop.
The car behind is dropping back. That should
Also, to show you how indoctrinated she has been, she also has a Korean song as her phone ringtone. Now, not a BTS song, none of the big groups, although she did have Abata by Rosé as a the song that she did with Bruno Mars as a ringtone for a little while. But then she switched over to a very popular song in Korea that is quite old, around 2005, I believe. That is not made by, of course, I mean, it's 2005, so BTS was not a thing. And she stuck with that ever since. But yeah, you can complain that people want to go to Japan only because of anime. Well, my mom is going to Korea because of K-dramas, so what are you gonna tell her? What are you gonna tell her? Okay. Ah, shit, about a second now, so not that many points gained on him. But still free to go. There we go. Actually, one game that we tend to do a lot is guessing which actor from a series already seen is in the new series we're currently watching. And I guess we're getting somewhat good at it, but still nowhere near perfect. Oh, I forgot to mention that Tempest is yeah, it's a Hulu thing and it's on Disney Plus. So, yeah. Actually, one thing that I want to know is Hulu still a US only thing, or did they change to be worldwide? There we go.
Your rear tires look a little cold. Try to warm them up.
I mean, I know that's not that. I mean, nowadays that's not a problem because guess what? Just got a VPN. But still, is Hulu still a US thing, or you can go there freely without problems now?
Only a couple of laps to go.
2 to go, in fact. $11 seconds, so pretty much everyone's given up. I cocked up. And in a few days, there's going to be a new series. They're going to release. Netflix is going to release a new series that is set at Perugia. Of course, that's because Perugia apparently has one of the biggest musical schools in the world, one of the best musical schools in the world. But I make the joke by saying, oh, of course they will choose Perugia because of a certain Korean player that played for them. And of course was later thrown out of the team by the owner after he scored against Italy at the 2002 World Cup. Actually, I'm pretty sure he played for the Premier League right after that one. After that incident. So, yeah, that guy. If you know, you know. Okay, in the meantime, one left to go here in, I was about to say Paris, no, Montpellier. Okay, ooh, okay. Ooh, 2/10 of the fastest lap. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, yellow flags. Back in the green. Okay, just a couple of more corners to go, and that's a Tyrrell. Can I actually lap the Tyrrell before the race is over? I don't think I can. Nope, definitely not. As we go through fake turn 8. And 2 more corners to go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to win the French Grand Prix.
Great job, what a win.
And so, we win the French Grand Prix. Second is Irvine, third is Hakkinen, fourth is Michael Schumacher, then is David Coulthard, Jacques Villeneuve, Giancarlo Fisichella, Alex Wurz, Ralf Schumacher, and Pedro Diniz rounding up the top 10. So, yet another point for Arrows. Okay, Nakano and Damon Hill retired from the race. Rosset, because Rosset is the last of the finishers. But, yeah, 2 DNFs, 4 lapped cars, and we got ourselves our third win, I want to say, because we won at Brazil, Cannes, Monaco, and now this one. And now I need to do the standings, so see you in a bit. And thanks to that win, now we have 150 points. We still lead the championship. Irvine is second, 136. And now Hakkinen and Coulthard are tied, 115 points. Michael Schumacher is in fifth, finally gets himself into triple digits. Sixth is Jacques Villeneuve, 150. So we have 200 points. We should be, what, third at least? Third in the standings for the constructors, I'm pretty sure. Fisichella is in 7th, Wurz is in 8th, Damon Hill in 9th, Ralf Schumacher in 10th, Mika Salo in 11th, Pedro Diniz is now in 12th. He's not tied with Takagi anymore. Takagi is just with 2, and Alesi rounds up the point scorers. Alesi has scored a point ever since that race. But yeah, now we have the British Grand Prix, the famous race where Michael Schumacher won in the pits. You know what would be funny? If we do a race and it rains. But I don't want to manipulate it. I just want it to happen normally. So yeah, let's hope it's actually going to rain, so we can sort of replicate that race. But from France, this is gonna be it. If you like this video, give it a like. If you see more content like this, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you get the next video drops. And I have nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This Alpha signing out.